Yeah. So I think we need to try that again. Also, I just pulled this out of the refrigerator, hoping that'll make it not smell quite as bad and might give me some more time. So I feel pretty dumb. So, even though the silicone bonds with the plastic, it acts like a barrier, an air barrier, because the silicone needs to be exposed to open air for it to fully cure. Silicone itself can actually let air permeate through it, which is why it can fully cure. But the plastic I wrapped in it doesn't. So what I should have done to begin with, instead of wrapping it in plastic, I should have wrapped it in fabric. And actually, there's a composite with silicone and nylon. It's called, I think it was something dumb like, yeah, it's called Sil Nylon. Sil Nylon. And it's actually used a lot in apparently tents, tarps, and apparently hot air balloons. So this is literally just a dishcloth. I wanted to pick something that would have a little bit larger pores in it, because I'm not sure how well the silicone will actually seep in to the fabric. So I went with something that would have a much larger weave. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think I'm ever going to make another one of these motors. Or at least not one any bigger than this. Oh God. Oh jeez. I don't know how people mess with this stuff. It freaking burns your eyes and shit. Hey. Seems to be working. I'm not sure if my lungs appear to be working. That looks like something. So it's been 24 hours, so let's see how this turned out. What this is about, I nearly cut my finger off. So, this will be bandaged up for a while. So we got the motor done. It's a bit bigger than the last one. This should be, if it works, it should be about a 50% I. So in other words, approximately 50 pounds of thrust for a little over 2 seconds. Maybe I went a little bit overkill on the retention, but want to make sure this thing works. So we're gonna go test it.
The ground is frozen as shit.
Doesn't matter how many times I do this, I get butterflies in my stomach every time. Washcloth is burning nicely. Well, it's pretty clear that the forward end popped. Okay, so that one was a lot closer. It worked for about 1/40th of a second, and then the back end of the motor exploded off. And in order to shear the bolts that were on the back, it means the motor was running about 1600 or a little bit over 1600 psi, which is a lot higher than the 400 to 500 I was expecting it to be. But it is very promising. I'm going to try again. I'm going to open up the nozzle quite a bit, make a couple little changes here and there, but for the most part it'll be about the same. I am going to do my very best to make sure that this thing works. So we're going to open up the nozzle a bit, lower the KN for those of you that know what that means, and we're going to try again. This time I think I'm going to use just pure silicone to inhibit the outside of the grain. We're going to liner bond straight into the liner. I'll try again.